Hello. Good morning. This is the original Loretta Brown show, and the original Loretta Brown and the original Benny Mathers.
Yeah, there's only one of us, each of us.
Thank goodness
only
for that.
One of us.
I know. There's just one of us.
You cannot copy or duplicate. It's impossible.
Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried about that.
You know, I look at all that, like cloning and transhumanism, and I'm thinking, is that good or bad, Benny? What if there were like 10 of us?
It's a good thing to think about, for sure. I'd be in favor of it, especially like for stem cell stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
like if I lost my arm or whatever, I'm like, I just build another one, you know?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But
I'm wondering if I'd get jealous of one of myself.
Well, I could always ask my boys.
Or angry at one of myself.
I have to ask my boys that because they're practically looking at each other each day.
Yeah.
How do they handle it?
Yeah, how do they handle it? Yeah, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of brings me to this little bit more of an esoteric spiritual idea that, we are all each other at some point if we think of the one and the connection with that. So something for you to think about when you're driving around out there in traffic this morning. And this is radio to open the heart, heal the soul, and awaken the consciousness. Thanks for tuning in. This is an open mic day. Yay! And I will have more guests coming up, but today, if you have a question for your guides and angels, you can give us a call anytime during the next hour at 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. We are here in Seattle, Washington, looking out at sunny rain. Yeah. Benny looked out the window.
We had storm showers. Conveniently over here on the east side, we actually have a pocket of blue sky.
We do.
Just in time for your show.
I know. That's what happens. Loretta comes on the air, blue sky,
so
angels.
I'll have to adjust my weather that just played right before.
That's exactly right. Anyway, we just try to lighten it up a little bit and give you some great information. And if you are out there driving around, always take it easy. If you're at home, you're cooking breakfast, make sure that you cook it with love. And even if it's just for yourself, and love all those kids out there. I always kind of follow the school buses to the radio station. And I for some reason, my heart always goes out to kids, and probably because I love them, right? I really do love kids. And, sometimes they have really big eyes and they get on the bus and they're like, right? So send them with a big hug, send them with a big kiss, and send them with a big heart in the palm of their hand, right? So this is the Loretta Brown Show. I'm the owner of Reiki Oasis, located right here in the greater Seattle area. You can find out more about that at ReikiOasis.com. You can schedule appointments and workshops at schedule.reikioasis.com. Please be aware, I am booked 2 to 3 months out, and so don't get thrown off when you go to the scheduler and it looks like nothing's available. You just have to go out there a little ways. That's what you do. And you can always make an appointment and contact me. I'll put you on my waiting list in case I have a cancellation, which occurs occasionally. Occasionally it does. We've got some great things coming up. Saturday, January 20th. That's this coming Saturday. I think it's the day after tomorrow. Yeah. We have Temple of the Divine Feminine. This is the monthly class for women only. And we do all kinds of really fun things in there. Please feel free to sign up. I do have some spaces available. The workshop runs from 12:30 to 4:30. It usually occurs the third Saturday of every month. It's an ongoing class. You can jump in and jump out as you can. Every time you come, it is rich and full of all kinds of information, exercises, meditations, and esoteric mysteries around the divine feminine. Also coming up, January 28th, which is Sunday, the last Sunday of January, just before that second full moon of the month, is a crystal bowl healing concert at Bali Yoga in Kirkland. I will be there at 7:30 in the evening with the crystal bowls. and the and angel beings that come with me when I do that. It's a wonderful time to come out, lay around on a mat in your yoga clothes, and have some sound go through the body. I can't even tell you how important it is. Sound is the basis of everything, and changing your frequency can actually change your life. And of course, it will get the energy moving through the body. You will need to get tickets for that Crystal Bowl Healing Concert January 28th at Bali Yoga in Kirkland. And I want to remind all of you that I also have a Reiki 2 class coming up in February. This class is for any of you that have taken Reiki 1 and would like to continue on the journey of learning Reiki. I've taught Reiki for 22, 23 years now, and absolutely love it. I believe everybody should learn how to do Reiki. In Reiki 2, we learn how to do distance healing, and you will learn 3 of the Reiki symbols as well as more information about Reiki. I want to thank my listeners who help support this show through patreon.com/The Loretta Brown Show, and also just a really grateful comment. Sometimes I get little surprises which just touch my heart. I had 2 listeners just send me little cards this week with a little bit of cash in them to help support the show. And it is through your support that I'm able to be on the air and bring you some really, really great radio shows. So if you love it, if you like it, you want it to keep going, just go to patreon.com/The Loretta Brown Show. You can make a one-time contribution or monthly contributions. And, of course, you can always send those little cards. It really, really touches my heart. So like I say, this is open mic day. If you have a question for your guides or angels, or you have a question to me about Reiki, energy work, or guides and angels, give us a call here at the radio station, 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. I'm going to talk a little bit about astrology, and I'm going to begin with a little bit of Vedic astrology and then go into Western astrology. We had a new moon January 16th, and it was aligned with a hidden and mysterious realm of the heart. How's the week been for you? It's initiating an important transformative cycle in relationships and personal power. This new moon inspires new understanding of the needs and desires of others and of yourself. Now, this week, in addition to my lovely little messages from my listeners, one of my dear clients recently visited India. And I've been to India about 4 times, and you know, for those of you that have been to India and for those of you that are from India, my comment about India is that it just gets into you. It gets into the pores of your skin somehow. And, you know, Mother India will have her way with you, sort of like Mother Egypt, right? Anyway, one of my clients recently visited India, and she brought me back the sweetest little gift. It was a Ganesha in a boat, and I want to thank her. Now, she had no idea. She just said, I just was drawn to it, Loretta. But when I saw it, it really touched my heart. I've been having an experience the last few months while chanting with Ganesha. And a couple of months ago, I was chanting with a group, and in the middle of the chanting, all of a sudden my inner vision opened, and there was Ganesha just sort of standing and dancing in front of me. And you know, he simply came and very lovingly and gently just nuzzled his forehead against mine. And I got to tell you, you know, like I'm in the position, and you know, I'm in a lotus position, and I'm chanting, and I'm really into it. And I was like, hey, I don't have time to play with you right now. You know, go away. I'm chanting. And he just kept nuzzling his forehead against mine until finally I kind of broke down and softened. And the message to me, and maybe this message will be for you, because Ganesha, it represents and symbolizes, he's the one that removes blocks in your life. And you know, sometimes we are the one that stands in the way of the flow of our life. And so if that means anything to you today, my listener, remember that we need to live from the heart. And so this time right now in Vedic astrology, the new moon falls in the area of the sky known as Uttara Ashadha. And it is symbolized by an elephant's tusk. Uttara Ashadha is connected to the Hindu elephant god Ganesha, who is revered as the remover of obstacles. If you've had anything blocking your way, it just might get loosened up now. Uttara Ashadha is the star of unstoppable victory. Stubborn negative forces that hold us to unwanted patterns can be cast aside under Uttara Ashadha. It is said this star will never accept defeat. My dad used to say that, never give up, right? This new moon is conjoined Venus, the planet of love and desire. And since last month, Venus has been traveling through the burning realms of her exterior combustion with the sun. Romantic relationships, friendships, and other alliances may reach a turning point as the Queen of Love abandons her throne in the morning sky to travel alone through the hot white fire of the sun. Next month, she will reappear as an evening star with a new lease on love and desire. Combined with the transit of courageous Mars into Sidereal Scorpio, this new moon this week supports the creation of healthy boundaries and renewed self-respect. I think sometimes we need to just stop around the idea of boundaries and self-respect and kind of dust it off and ask ourselves, how are we doing? Have we gotten so busy that we have forgotten that we have boundaries and edges around us? I was listening to Jimmy Church radio the other night. I love listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, right? Because his voice is like, He's in his man cave, right? And he was talking about the art of blocking, right? Like, people get on, trolls get on your Facebook page or wherever, and they're just saying this most ridiculous stuff because there's a certain anonymity to it, right? And he says, all you got to do is just block them. Just that's a boundary, in case you wondered out there. And, the truth is, last week I talked a little bit about, the dreaded drama triangle with victim, rescuer, and perpetrator. And I have, as an intuitive empath, always had a little issue with boundaries because, I always want to help people and go too far in. So this new moon this week is helping to support the creation of healthy boundaries and renewed self-respect. Sometimes you got to dust yourself off, do what you got to do, and stand up. There is a tremendous power to transform unneeded patterns of victimization and self-negation during this lunar cycle. And how many times do you go too far? In India, the new moon will be celebrated as Mauna Amavasya, and it is considered auspicious to take a vow of silence at this time. Take a moment for silent reflection. This is very, very beneficial. My guides a while back said to me, destruction is loud, but creation is silent. So in the silent reflection, you can ask yourself questions such as, what is your true desire? When is it safe to trust others? Because once we've been hurt, once we've been betrayed, we'll have a little hesitancy, and we might, instead of having a healthy boundary around us, we might actually put up a shield or sometimes when I go to work on people with Reiki, their energy field, their aura feels very rubbery or very thick over certain places, like if they have a heart wall or something like that. So we need to ask ourselves, when is it safe to trust others? When can I let that down? And am I going to repeat that pattern where I just let it down too far, go in too far? What am I going to do? So in this time of silence and introspection, you can ask yourself those questions. The new moon holds an answer in the weeks to come, with lessons around openness, commitment, and equality. I want to thank Ananda Shri Astrology for a lot of the Vedic Astrology report for this week. Like to give credit to where credit's due. And, there are different types of astrology: Vedic astrology, Western astrology, Chinese astrology. And I believe that we are greater than the stars, but I believe all of these things, even when you go to a psychic or you have a tarot reading or an angel reading, this is merely you taking a moment to look in the mirror and maybe look at yourself in a different way and get some sort of validation or reflection back that hopefully will help you be able to navigate your life and make those decisions that you need to make. And I think we have a caller, so let's take a caller.
We do. Let's also give out the number again if you need it. It's 888-298-5569. Conveniently spells out KKNW. That's 888-298-5569 and or KKNW. And we'll have Loretta take some of your calls. And we have Donna calling in from Seattle. Donna, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hi, Donna. Good morning.
Good morning, Loretta. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm glad you called in. What can we do for you?
Well, I'm dealing for the past month with some really intense anxiety. I don't know what it's related to. I'm praying and meditating and trying to turn it over, and I'm not getting any relief. And I wonder if you have a message from my guides and angels that might help me.
Yeah, I do. I have a couple of them. First of all, they say, hello, we love you so much, darling. We love you. And they are there for you. They're pointing, they want you to take a look at where in your body you are feeling it. And you can share that or just pay attention to it, right? We have...
Actually,
yeah, go ahead.
It's everywhere.
It's all over, like a blanket, huh? Yeah,
yes.
Like you're wearing it like a orange, radioactive suit or something, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a garment. All right. So they're saying that, when we have something like that, and they're really looking at it like it's a garment, like this anxiety is not who you are. It's not really who you are. Now, that I don't mean to minimize your anxiety. That's not what I'm saying at all. But they want you to know that you're very, very sensitive is the word I'm going to use. You're very sensitive. And they want you to ask the question, is this your anxiety or somebody else's? Who's it belong to? Because you're generating anxiety, right? But you're also kind of absorbing free-floating anxiety. It's floating all over the place right now on the planet. I mean, look at don't go look at the news right now. But if you did, right, you're going to find it in every realm. When we have a lot of what I'm going to call expression, or almost like, if I could say I'm taking the people of the world and I'm wringing them out, their energy is going to be coming out. And there are people on the planet who consciously or unconsciously help to process emotion. And it sounds funny. And some people process people's thoughts. Like if you really can't get your brain to quiet down, lots of times you want to ask yourself, are these my thoughts or someone else's thoughts? Because you'll find that there's probably a combination. So they have a couple of practical questions for you. Number one, are you drinking enough water? Put a little lemon in it and flush out your body. Secondly, make sure that you are grounded. And grounded means anything that reminds you you're in a human body. That means taking a walk, eating food, jumping up and down on your little trampoline, right? But reminding yourself that you're in a body. And then they want to ask this question. Are you focusing on trying to get rid of the anxiety?
Yes.
Or are you focusing on how you would rather feel? Ooh, yeah. And I paused with you for a minute because I know that we all do that, where we're like, oh my goodness, this anxiety has got to go away. Why am I feeling this anxiety? How can I get away from this anxiety? Right?
Yes.
And so I'm just going to do a little exercise with you, and they're going to help you. And I want you to take a breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale through the mouth, just imagine you're blowing smoke out of your body. Just long exhalations. First thing to do. Then as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing up into the light above your head, as though the most beautiful sun you can imagine is above your head. And once again, start to exhale, blowing out of your body any stagnant energy. Now, I want you to tune into yourself, tune into that anxiety, and I want you to ask it, what color does it need right now in order to exit your body? And what color do you get?
Blue.
Okay? Then I want you to begin to breathe blue in through the bottoms of your feet and every pore of your skin into the body. And as you exhale, blow it out your mouth. And just do that with me a couple of times. As weird as it sounds, everything is vibration and everything is color. Everything is resonance. And as you breathe blue in, it will mix with all that's in there, and then you'll blow it out your mouth. And let me know when the blue starts to fade a little bit. And it just takes a few moments, focusing on the blue. By the way, is it blue coming out of your mouth, or is it a different color coming out of your mouth?
I can't tell.
It's all right if you don't know. I'm just asking clarifying questions. But if you don't know, that's fine. That's the answer, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you and I were in a session, I would take you through a whole lot more. The main thing, though, is that your guides have a message, which is to believe and trust. And they're telling me that just saying that to you will activate something inside you that maybe doesn't believe or trust, right? And that's where you want to take a look at, okay, if I am feeling this way, just keep breathing your blue, by the way. If I'm feeling this way, it's just a navigational tool. It's not who I am. I don't actually need to stay there. And what would I rather feel? And so what would you rather feel?
Joy.
Okay.
Bliss.
Okay. Now, can you get from anxiety to joy and bliss that quick? You might be able to. Or can you ask yourself a few questions like, would I rather feel anxiety or would I rather feel a little bit more calm? Right? And so if you want to feel a little bit more calm, then just choose that. And would you rather feel calm or would you rather feel peaceful?
Peaceful.
And so choose peaceful. Just keep breathing and exhaling. Would I rather feel peaceful or worried?
Peaceful.
Then choose peaceful. And you see how quickly you were starting to go back the other way. And so choose peaceful. Would you rather feel peaceful or would you rather feel amused?
Peaceful.
Choose peaceful. Would you rather feel peaceful or would you rather feel sleepy?
Peaceful.
Peaceful. And so if peaceful had a color, what color might it be?
White.
And so start breathing white into your body. Now the blue can still keep going, or it just might all start turning to white. Now, you'll notice also, and this goes for you and all the listeners, that your brain is going to argue with a whole bunch of this, right? Like it's trying to go, whoop, whoop, whoop. Remember that we have 3 brains. Uh-oh. One of them's in our head. That's where the ego lives. One of them is in our heart. And one of them is down in the belly. And we in our planet have given the ego brain way too much power. Its job is just to think about stuff. And so we always give it a task, like figure out what is wrong. But when we start thinking about the problem, we're actually focused on the problem. And it's better if you just say that, you know, this is just something that's happening. It's just the situation. And I'm just going to kind of relax into it, knowing that I actually know how to relax myself and how to get myself into a better space. When we are in a better space, Donna, we are much more able to connect with our guides and angels because our vibration is higher. And at that point, we can begin to ask our guides and angels to help us find our way. How are you feeling?
Calmer.
Good. Now, like I say, if we were in a session, I could take you further. But I want you just to take a little walk today. Make sure you're looking up, no matter even if it's raining. And think of the things that are good in your life. And when your mind starts to go to all that stuff that you're worried about, remember that you actually don't need to worry about something. You just want to ask, what is the solution? Or what do I need to do to make myself feel a little better? And focus on that for a while.
Okay.
All right. And then make sure that your bubble of energy is up and around you. And, put your shields up.
Okay.
Does it help you, honey?
Yes. Thank you so much, Loretta. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I know we could do a lot more work. If I suggest that you get some flowers and put them in your house today.
Okay.
And they're saying make sure there are some white flowers in there, but get whatever it is that your heart wants and kind of beautify a little bit. Beauty often is the antidote for the lower vibrations. We just want to go up into beauty, into the present moment.
Okay.
All right. You are so loved. Your angels are there. And by the way, you have lovely, lovely pink haloed Ariel with you today. Ariel, that one. And she's very pink. She's got pink halo, pink and white. And she's just filled with love and just sending you all of that beautiful comfort. So lean back and let her hold you a little bit.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Everything's going to be just fine. Bye now.
Okay. Thanks, Loretta.
All right. Bye, honey. All right. It's the Loretta Brown Show. We do have an open mic. And if you want to call, it's 425-373-5527 or 1-888-298-5569. We're going to take a break. I'm going to look at the sky. I'll be right back. Great selection of music, Benny, as always.
Thank you.
Woohoo. Welcome back to the Loretta Brown Show. It's open mic day for angel messages. And also we're doing some astrology and just some talking. Want to remind you, I'm the owner of Reiki Oasis, located right here in the Seattle area. We've been around 22, 23 years, and there's always good things happening at Reiki Oasis. Great energy over there. People love to come in and just sit in the waiting room and read. Yeah, Reiki reading room. You know, who knew? Temple of the Divine Feminine is this Saturday. The Crystal Bowl Healing Concert is January 28th at Bali Yoga in Kirkland. We talked about some Vedic astrology, and I just wanted to, I'm going to talk a little bit about astrology for the year, but I wanted to just say one thing. You know, the last caller, we were talking about emotions. It's really an interesting thing how we over-identify with our emotions, and it's one of the biggest problems that we have. When we are feeling a certain way, we quite often will overthink or do an awful lot of thinking about why we're feeling that way to try to figure it out, rather than realizing that we're actually in charge of how we feel. Now, people might say, now listen here, Loretta, somebody, pokes you with a pin, it's going to hurt. Well, yeah, that's true. And if people do things to you that hurt your feelings or get you upset, you might get angry, you might get hurt, you might get sad, right? You might feel guilty, but you're actually in charge of your emotions, and you could change your thoughts, change your posture, drink water, run around, play some music, dance, do something to try to get yourself out of whatever funk you find yourself in. So just a little FYI, how emotions harm your body. You may or may not know this, that anger weakens your liver. Anger weakens your liver. All of the emotions have a tendency to store themselves in the body organs, in the systems of the body, and they can cause dis-ease. It's one of the thought concepts behind Reiki and lots of healing work is that if we really want to heal the body or give the body the opportunity to heal itself, we need to do some emotional cleaning and clearing and healing work. So anger, if you're a person who your first response is, rah, right? You're just going to fire breathe it out there. You're weakening your liver. So make sure you do a liver cleanse and make sure that you don't overdo it on the bad stuff. And go after figuring out how can I get that anger energy out of me. Grief, by the way, weakens your lungs. And it's one of the reasons, too, why often when people go through intense grief, they'll have lung problems. And if you're having respiratory issues, you might want to ask yourself, am I grieving about something? Because it doesn't have to be like somebody died. You might be grieving the loss of a relationship. You might be grieving that your life is not the way that you want it to be. You might be grieving the loss of a pet even, which, we often feel the loss of that even more than the people in our life. So grief weakens your lungs. And grief, by the way, also lays in your crown chakra, and it can actually disconnect you from your ideas of divine or God, because sometimes we get angry at God when, we have something dies and we're grieving about it. Worry, by the way, weakens your stomach. Think of all your gut issues, worrying, right? And the gut is really the ruler of the body. I mean, if you got a healthy gut, you're probably just fine. So remember, worry weakens your stomach. And in Reiki, we have the 5 principles. One of them is just for today, I will not worry. And of course, there's another one that says just for today, I will not get angry. So, all right, just saying. Stress, by the way, and we all overuse that when we say, oh, I'm just stressed out. Stress weakens your heart and your brain. Stress. If you're in constant chronic stress, you really, really need to do something to try to alleviate that. You can, like I say, sing and dance, play the piano, go to yoga, go do things with your friends, take a walk, and make sure, because it is one of the things I tell people, we don't always have time to go and do a proper meditation, but you can take a minute or 15 seconds or, 3 minutes, whatever it is, at any time, pull your face out of your technology, lift your head, take a walk, breathe the air in, breathe it out, and if you can meditate, do it, but remember that stress weakens your heart and brain. And now we have fear. We have fear all over the place, don't we? Everybody's afraid. Everybody's a victim. Fear weakens your kidneys. Fear weakens the kidneys. Now, the kidneys are the place where we have raw chi come into the body, and that's chi, C-H-I, raw chi. It's not kimchi, raw chi. That's right. Fear, it comes into the
Sounds
kidneys.
Pretty good right now, actually.
I know. It does.
Didn't want to get distracted there for a minute.
Yeah, kimchi is actually good stuff. Yeah, it's good for
Raw
you
chi.
too.
Okay, back to raw chi.
It's
raw
good,
chi.
good. It's good for your gut too, your stomach.
Yeah.
Just saying. But fear can really shut your system down like nobody's business because you have the fight, flight, or freeze mechanism. And, whenever someone gets afraid, like if an animal gets afraid, it quite often will, go potty. And that's just letting you know the kidneys are filtering the blood and we need them working. And so just remember, fear weakens your kidney. Now, let's talk about love. Love brings in peace and harmony, and it strengthens your mind and body. Love. So I don't know if you ever thought of love as being an antidote for disease, but it is. And it can be self-love. It can be love for the world in general. Sometimes I just look out the window and I go, wow, life is beautiful. I love it. I love the trees and the colors. I even love the rain. I love the blue sky. And sometimes it's just great to be alive, isn't it? If you just breathe and love the breath. But if you have someone to love in your life, you have a beloved pet, love brings in peace and harmony, and it strengthens your mind and body. And then one of the biggies that we often forget about is laughter. Laughter reduces stress, and a smile spreads happiness. When you smile, well, there are those grumpy people who are like, what are you smiling about? Stop smiling, right? That's just driving me nuts. But then there'll be people that if you really get into it, and I mean laugh, like belly laugh, like laugh every day, you actually stimulate your midbrain, your pineal and pituitary, the master glands of the body, and your body will release all of the feel-good stuff like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, that kind of a thing. Your mood center, the hypothalamus and the septum pellucidum in the middle of your brain, needs to be stimulated by laughter. And it's spontaneous belly laugh. So laughter reduces stress. It changes the hormonal content of your body. It lifts you up. It makes you breathe. And sometimes through that breath of really, really laughing, you're exhaling out of the body. You're forcing out of your body a lot of negative energy. So laugh every day, love every day, and remember to spread your smile around rather than your frowny face. Just a little advice from Loretta, who has been known to spread her frowny face and then go, wow, what am I doing? We want to do everything we can to try to lift the vibration of this planet at this time. That's why we're here, all of my listeners. Many of you are light workers. Many of you are here with a mission. Many of you are feeling the tug of that mission. You're feeling, a lot of people are coming to me going, Loretta, what is my destiny? Why am I here? I just feel so compelled to be a part of all that is. And I go, you are a part of all that is. Every day, in every waking moment, you have an opportunity to send light and love out into the world right from where you're at. Even if you're sitting in your car in traffic, you can go, what have I done today? Maybe I could just take a breath and exhale all that anxiety and worry, and maybe I could consciously send something beautiful out into the world, a little fragrance of vibration, a little tonality. Maybe you could even sing a little song and send it out into the world. You never know where it might land and where that energy might go all the way around the world and be picked up by some child that really needs to pick up on that vibration. Sounds amazing, but it's true. So let's talk a little bit about astrology for the year. I'm going to take some stuff from Astro Butterfly that I love. And 2018, this whole year, is going to feature all slow-moving planets in feminine signs. This is a big year for the feminine, the divine. So 2 total lunar eclipses and the relationship planets of Venus and Mars retrograde. In 2018, there are no major aspects between the outer planets and no significant stressful aspects. What? I'm feeling stressful. Well, yep. there's a little bit of carryover. Overall, 2018 is a much better year. You will be able to manifest what you have started in 2017 with less friction and fewer obstacles. If you work hard, because this is Capricorn, if you work hard and if you do some introspection in that silence and stop blaming the world for your problems, stop being a victim, 2018 can be one of the best years of your life. Once again, last week I talked about the dreaded drama triangle. You are not a victim. You are a creator, my listeners. Please take charge of your beautiful life. Make something amazing happen. Stop your whining, I say with all the love of my heart. If 2017 was like a hot air balloon, 2018 is time to get things done. No more Saturn square Neptune. No more fake news. No more Jupiter square Pluto. No more power struggles. No more Jupiter opposite Uranus. No more chaos and disruptions. Well, I mean, I'm not going to promise you it's going to totally be gone, but it's going to be better. The year starts with all planets direct. January and February are the best time of the year to start new projects. In May, your life is going to get disrupted as Uranus changes signs and moves into Taurus. June through to August are going to be the most difficult months of the year. Mars retrograde and a difficult lunar aspect in Aquarius will ask you to let go of something in your life. That's June through August. By the way, these shows are archived, and you can always go back and listen to this and write it down and put it on your calendar. In October and November, Venus also goes retrograde, bringing our focus on to relationships. The year ends on a positive note with Jupiter entering its home sign of Sagittarius. Now, in 2018, we're going to have 5 eclipses. 2 lunar ones and 3 solar ones. We're going to have a total lunar eclipse January 31st and also a full moon. It's going to be in Leo. We're going to have a partial solar eclipse February 15th in Aquarius, a partial solar eclipse July 12th in Cancer, and a total lunar eclipse July 27th in Aquarius, and a partial solar eclipse August 11th in Leo. 4 out of 5 eclipses are in Leo/Aquarius, so pay extra attention to the houses in your natal chart where you have these signs. The message of the North Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius is to live more from your heart and stop worrying about what other people think of you. Loretta. Yep, I mean it. Stop worrying about what other people think about you because, you know, the truth is some people are really going to like you. Some people are not going to like you. And some people are going to gossip about you because that's what they do. And it does hurt and it does bother us. Just make sure you don't get on that bandwagon. Don't gossip about other people. It really doesn't help. There are times when you need to talk to your friends about stuff. But it's time to live from our heart this year. The Leo Aquarius energy already started to manifest in 2017, but in 2018 it will be even stronger. And I've seen many people quitting jobs that no longer fulfilled them, or the jobs are spitting them out, and they're completely changing their life direction. You're going to especially see that around the solar eclipse on August 21st, you especially saw that, around the solar eclipse on the 21st of August of 2017. And we're going to see even more of these changes this year. Remember, Leo is about having the courage to be who you are meant to be. And if you're not doing it, the universe has a way of giving you just a gentle shove or sometimes a big kick, a big boot to go in the direction that you need to go. Let's take a caller.
Yeah, we have time for one more before the show ends. Bonnie from Seattle, welcome to the show.
Hi there.
Good morning, Bonnie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you, Loretta?
Excellent. I'm so glad you called in. What can we do for you?
Well, first, thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. I guess I'm calling kind of more for a general reading. I am contemplating some career moves or changes, and I wanted to see if there was any support for that cosmically.
Yeah, you do. Interestingly enough, the Archangel Gabriel is with you, which I find is really interesting. Let me just ask what's going on here. Gabriel is really about communication, and we talk about birth, the birth of a new life, new birth, right? So
Okay.
Gabriel is saying you're going in the right direction. It's time for you to kind of shift a little bit and begin with heartfelt communication with your own self as to what it is that you really want, because you've got some really dead, dry stuff there that isn't serving you, and I think it's time to let stuff go, right? Let stuff go. Step up into a higher contemplation of who you are. I'm sorry, it sounds very complicated. Like I'm always trying to translate it into everyday life, right? Like the angels sometimes talk a bit lofty. So if you're putting together a resume or some sort of communication with people, this could be verbal, written, internally in your head, in your heart, but know that you're going to be assisted and ask for that assistance. What should I say? Who should I say it to? Where should I go? That kind of information. You're going to be guided. It's almost like the Archangel has you by the hand. But this is about your heart. And the Archangel Gabriel is standing on your left side, which is your heart side. And it's time for you to get more into your heartfelt desires of what you want. Are you thinking about a complete career change?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of going into kind of more wellness work.
Yeah, because that's what I'm getting is it's time for you to step into your higher destiny. Your calling as a healer, right?
Wow.
And
Well, yeah.
do you do anything around, this might not be the birth of babies, but birthing new life for people, right? Helping people kind of get a vision or shift their own direction is what she's saying. Yeah. He, she,
Okay.
Gabriel, right? I always have a tendency to see Archangel Gabriel in a feminine form, like a feminine man or something. I don't know why I see it that way. I just do.
I totally get that vision. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. And also there's something about this lovely minty sea green. And I think you should wear that color or get that color. That's going to help you go in the right direction. But the angels want to really encourage you to do this. Take a leap.
Okay.
Organize it, put it together, and do it.
Okay, I like it. That's good.
I got to be honest with you. I don't always say it quite that bluntly. Like sometimes they'll say, take it easy. They're saying go. Jump.
Go. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You'll be fine. They're going to help you with it. And you're in complete alignment with the timing of your destiny. Woo!
Awesome.
Celebration.
Oh, thank you. Exactly. That's wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad I called.
Yeah, I am
Thank
too.
you.
Okay, well, have fun.
I will. Talk to you soon. Thank
All right.
you so much.
Bye now. All right. So back to our astrology for the year. I'll throw in a few more things because we got just a couple of minutes. If in 2017 we had powerful solar eclipses, in 2018 we will have 2 powerful total lunar eclipses. So this year the moon takes center stage, and that's really about our emotions. If the solar principle is about designing the course of action, the lunar principle is about taking action to make the vision concrete. We're now going to manifest what we have started in 2017. Yay. And remember, Saturn is in Capricorn for the next 3 years. Jupiter's in Scorpio, so it's going to be a great year. The lunar eclipse on July 27th is problematic, as it is a south node eclipse, and it is conjunct Mars retrograde. We have a double indication that around July we will have need to let go of something important in our life. So check in which house you have Aquarius to get more insights into how you're going to be affected. In the second half of the year, relationships are coming into focus because the 2 relationship planets, Venus and Mars, go retrograde in June through to August and October to November. We have a lot of Capricorn energy this year, and as I've said, this is a 2-year or an 11-year, which is the higher vibration of relationship. And I have kind of a prediction that a lot of people are going to be meeting their soulmates, or they're going to be coming up against love in a different way. A lot of Capricorn energy in 2018. We have Saturn, Pluto, and Mars spending several months in Capricorn also, while the South Node will join the club in November of 2018. You're definitely going to have to put a lot of work in this year because Capricorn is that hard-working little goat. She wants to climb the mountain and accomplish things. So whatever you do this year, do your best. Live with integrity and take full responsibility for your actions. Climb higher and get closer and closer to your objectives. So it's going to be a great year. You're going to get things done in this year with a lot of Earth energy. All the slow-moving planets are in Earth signs, Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. The Earth energy is fertile, manifesting, and the Earth energy is not only practical, but long-lasting. Whatever you start this year will bring you benefits in the long year. I look forward to talking to you next time. I look forward to seeing you at Bali Yoga on January 28th. Be blessed, be kind, be in love and light. We'll talk to you later.